Let me start by telling you about my amazing day yesterday. So, I was feeling a little down, a little stressed about today's talk, but then I decided to do a little browsing. And I got myself these adorable pants, and my day instantly got so much better. Now, I'm sure many of you have also experienced this when you have a bad day and you just buy yourself a little treat and your day instantly becomes 1,000 times better. That is a little something that I like to call retail therapy. Now, what is retail therapy? Retail therapy is about more than just the action of buying itself. It's about how the entire experience allows us to balance our emotions. But what really truly goes on in our brains when we shop? What makes us happy? Well, I'd like to start by taking a look at the midbrain, specifically the substantia nigra. The substantia nigra releases dopamine, and dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is involved in motivation, pleasure, and reward. And so think of it as a yes, do that again signal that our brain sends to us. However, what is it about shopping that causes this release of dopamine? It's not just the purchase. There are so many aspects throughout the entire experience that lead to this release of dopamine. Let's start by taking a look at emotional regulation. When we're feeling down, when we're feeling sad, we also feel this loss of control. We feel as if nothing is going our way. However, there are so many small decisions that we make while shopping, whether it's picking a latte flavor, picking a color, or even just picking the store that we want to shop at. And all of those small choices allow us to gain back that sense of control, overall contributing to that increase in mood. It also allows us to express ourselves in many ways. When we shop, we are able to buy things that contribute to our identity and our self-concept. So for me, this is most seen when I buy clothes. I love expressing myself through things that I wear, whether it's expressing a more relaxed version of myself or maybe a more confident version of myself. However, this idea can be transferred to items. Let's say someone wants to express that they're more crafty or artsy. They'll buy crafting supplies, right? We also see an impact with social influence. Whether it's online or in person, there are so many social aspects to shopping. Whether it's seeing videos of people buying things that you also want to buy, or shopping with friends, or even the act of shopping alone, you interact with so many people and you are able to build connections with those people, even if they are surface level. So those building connections also allow us to feel better about ourselves. And lastly, the sensory experience. Stores ensure that when you shop, whether it's online or in person, you have a pleasant experience. Whether that's through visual cues, music, scents, touch, or even the layout of the store. All of those things contribute to the aesthetic of the store, which appeals to you, the buyer. And so throughout this aesthetic that the stores build, we also are able to feel happier. However, why do we continue to shop? We know that it makes us happy, but it's not necessarily the best for our bank accounts. Well, that is because retail therapy is a classic example of instrumental conditioning through positive reinforcement. What this means is that when we're feeling sad, we tend to buy ourselves a treat, and we automatically feel happier. And so our brains connect that feeling of happiness to the purchasing of the treat. And so next time we feel sad, we continue to go through that same pattern, buy the treat, and we feel happy. However, if you learned one thing from today's talk, I hope that it's that you don't necessarily have to buy the most extravagant treat. You can buy a little treat and you'll also feel that same happiness, or you could just go through the action of shopping. You could just go ahead and browse, and that too will make you happy. Thank you so much, and if you see me at the Starbucks line after this, just know it's for research purposes.